So during the COVID-19, in the beginning of lockdown, that was started in March 2020. So that time was like every artist and every single person was so frustrated in the beginning, and we decided we should do something at the moment to cheer up the people, artists, all of them, because they figure out that there is nothing gonna happen in next few years or something. So there's this tragic it's coming on towards them. So this to fight this trauma, we initiated the ever first project in Bangladesh, like online, that we had the privilege. So it was bio network, and about 30 artists from many different countries, they participated and we worked together. The most interesting part is like there was curator and other assistant curators. They were working with all those artists for more than a month to prepare their work, how they are going to present their work, because that was our first attempt. And we didn't have a great experience of presenting all the project materials and everything. I mean, online based project, that was our first project. So we took a long time to prepare all those things. And it took really long time, like to figure out how to present their work and what would be the legal sides. And if we present their work, what would be the deed, like how long we'll present their work and how they will allow us to share their work. This sort of thing. And also there are limitations of online knowledge that we had to face a lot of things. So this artist is Graham Martin from UK. So when he came to Bangladesh, he brought back some of the notes and money and coins. So during the pandemic, he keep following like what is going in Bangladesh and other things. And he was like praying for all his friends' recoveries and other things, and wiping the darts from the surface of money and other things. It's another artist from US, Sarah. So she was like getting out from the boredom during the pandemic. Artist from Bangladesh. So we also invited kids, because our focus was like not only the adult our artists, also the community and especially the kids, because during the pandemic they are the most sufferer, because they didn't have the choice to go outside, because they had to stay. And they saw that their parents going outside to buy groceries or something. They are missing all the time their friends and kids, stuffs. So we just took the initiative how these kids can join us, and we opened the platform for them, and we invited few of them. So that was nice to have children with us in the body, because the other children, those who are taking a look on these works, and when they see she is making works for them, and like at the same time talking about their works and how she's gonna spend her all the time during the pandemic, it was really inspiring for another kids.
In the COVID, if you take in Sri Lanka, there were two waves. One was a minor wave, which was in somewhere from March to June. There were very few cases, very few deaths, and we were we were safe. Then about 2 months, there was nothing, lull period. Then the activity started starting back to normal. But suddenly we had a second wave. Still, we are under the second wave in a big way. In the sense, daily there are thousands of cases and hundreds of cases and about few deaths. Anyway, luckily for us, the number of deaths are low, but nevertheless, we have this lockdown and also curfews are not there now. These are affecting our artist community in various ways. One is that they are unable to exhibit their work. Some people, most of the people are unable to work carry on their work because of the various mental stress and things like that. And also there are issues in the social issues, family issues cropping up due to the COVID situation. So in this context, what we did initially at the beginning, that is in March, April, May period, we provided a small amount of funding for individual artists to carry on their day-to-day activities, not to do artwork, just to sort of maintain their lives, because most of the artists were sort of very depending on the art sales and things like that. So we had to sort of do something. We were able to help at least about 20 artists in that way, who were sort of mainly depending on the art market and also who didn't have a stable income. During this period, we had an international collaborative project where South Africa, Sri Lanka, and Cyprus, 3 countries, 3 artists, 2 artists from each country participated in about a 2 months program where they met online on Zoom for 2 hours per week. Like it was from Wednesday and Friday. So we planned this, we had a series of Zoom meetings to plan this out. So the main objective of this project was to sort of experience about the presence in a conflict and how conflict affects the arts and how we can resolve the conflict or overcome this through means of arts. That was our main objective. So COVID came in, so we had to modify that, and then we formulated one program. So 3 organizations from 3 countries. So 3 organizations took 2 weeks, and we designed what the curriculum or what the program will be for 2 weeks, one organization. So like that, we had 6 weeks of programs and 2 weeks of work. So during this period, every session, we had group sessions and also then small group breakup sessions also. So during this period, they were able to discuss over the Zoom and sort of formulate certain artworks and exchange. Now, still we are trying to continue this exchange through the postal media and also through the online media, exchanging our drawings and our inspirations and our thinking to various participants. And ultimately, we are planning to have a sort of an online exhibition of all the works that were created. So that was one of the activities that we did during the COVID period. Now what we are planning is to have a performance diary, because we have a performance biennale once in every 2 years. So our performance biennale is falling in next March. So what we are planning is to do a performance diary, where it will be an electronic diary, where various performance artists from various countries will contribute whatever they have as a small performance or a long performance, which will go on a dated basis and the date, time, and the place. So it will be like a diary. So on March 3rd or something, somebody performed from somewhere. So that record will be put on that day. And we will make a diary which will end up with our performance platform day in March. Provided everything okay and the travels are okay, we might we may be able to invite few artists at least, because our performance platform we usually do in the open space, in the public space. So we usually use the main road and the junctions like for performances. So I think the social distance and things automatically will take place when you perform in an open space. So we are hopeful that we will be able to at least invite few artists by March to perform in Sri Lanka live, and also to entertain international artists to perform through Zoom. So it will be a virtual plus direct sort of performance festival that we are planning. So now we are in a situation where we have to and we can, and that I think we should use it as a sort of a benefit. So in the months to come, we will have to see. Now things are getting a bit stabilized. So I think in March, we will be able to do at least partly a public program. So that is our hope. Now our artists are able to sort of, but online exhibitions, we are also thinking of online exhibition, but the problem of presenting artworks in the full appreciation on online, and because that's also a different media. So art is a different media, and going and putting art on online, which is entirely a different media, which has different aesthetics, might cause some confusion about our appreciation and the process of appreciation. So what we are trying to do is to sort of get back to the normal, direct appreciation of art and witnessing of art activities as much as possible, though in a limited way.
And in the early year of 2020, the pandemic has strongly impacted the cultural industry, making a pile of cultural activity postponed or even canceled. But fortunately, under the digital trend, each government agency has positively responded to the stimulus action, which is proposed by the Ministry of Culture in Taiwan. All agencies have supported artists to keep on creating and exhibiting their works by offering financial relief for digital studies or online communication. Meanwhile, Taiwanese government's pandemic prevention has produced the best possible result, letting our exhibition or event may carry on under preventive legislations. So we can keep our event, and as to reserve room for developing Taiwan's sound art scene, and also keep up with the global trends for online streaming. We transfer sensory content into digital platforms, allowing audience who are unable to show up may also have a chance to watch and enjoy. Inland Residency Project is a collaborative project between Eclectic in UK and the Lacking Soundfest in Taiwan. This project consists of a month-long online residency with the 6 selected artists who will contribute their share their interpretation and exploration of the subject inland through the sound, image, and text on the dedicated online platform. So there's 3 artists from the UK and 3 artists from Taiwan. And unlike the general residency project, there is no predetermined residency process or program, but only a set of rough guidelines and goals. And through weekly meetings with all the curators and artists, the shape of the residence is formed through collective discussions and decision. So as you can see, there's a two phase of the artist exchange. One is through the private exchange, and the other one is website exchange. I will introduce later. And throughout the duration of planning and execution phases of the inland, some of the common online tool and communication technology have been utilized not just for the routine meetings, but more importantly, to simulate the environment of an art residency. The website exchange is we use the Google Drive, and where the artists can upload everything they want and to be shared on the website. And also there's a private exchange. It's only a resident artist can see. And then here we use the tool called Jambo, also from the Google, and it's like a mood wall, and they can express their thoughts and sharing audiovisual materials and drawings or ideas. Basically anything that they think is relevant for the purpose of this residence. And the website space is where the artists present their work in progress and the premiere of the video documentation of their final work. So the website of England is open to public. And we also using a different type of social media to promote the residency project to different audience. So a different type of website. There's a SoundCloud. Artists can upload their song work to the audience, and also the Instagram and the Facebook is to promote this residency project. And the final project was the online streaming performances, upload through our YouTube channel. The overall process and execution of the residency are very closely mimic a small, tiny team in digital development for an agile environment. And this is the online stream, the highly experimental nature of this England virtual residency presents a possible new approach to art and cultural exchange that would otherwise be limited to the geographical constraint and the other facts under the specific circumstances.
We extended only 2 months, then we left on the premises. Then we decided we had no choice other than go to online. We had no choices. So then we discussed a lot with the other artists that they are supposed to come. Then we thought that, okay, online is we used to share our things, our projects, outcomes online in the context of social media, what websites or whatever you say, but fully devotedly, we didn't exhibit any online projects. Then we solely were dedicated to online projects is only way that we have to do it. And then we find it that other complications was there, because the internet problem, because of the electricity problem, that was, and also the time problem that we have to fix at the moment. But it was a quick decision for us to take an initiative at that moment.
I think we had a sort of a good this thing during COVID also, because we were able to get international participation on Zoom real time. So it was sort of an interesting turn of events, rather than physical presence. But anyway, during residencies and exchange programs, we have these cultural interactions also. When the artists come physically here, they cook and they also sort of make their cultural practices be felt by the local. So that component is totally out, but the interactions in terms of only the visual sort of viewing their performance was possible. But I feel that is not adequate to replace the normal sort of interaction. So residencies, of course, we didn't try, but we tried this small scale performance activities which lasted for 1 or 2 hours. So that, of course, opened up a new window of opportunity. But anyway, it won't replace the normal residencies.
因为其实从上半年开始，其实一开始的话状况是比较紧张的，就是一开始的疫情的关系，所以很多活动像是一些交流都会必须要暂停或者中断。可是同时就是政府的补助方案其实就开始启动了，所以上半年其实是针对就是组织营运遭受到困难的部分。然后这个是比较是人员薪资的一个补助，可是到中间其实台湾的疫情也有稍微缓和了，然后就到下半年就是比较多的是刺激艺文活动的方案这样子。那像是不管是国艺会或者是文化局文化部，他们也都有针对数位交流的这个部分，就是与国际单位的一个交流。其实在本地台湾的艺文活动的影响相对较小，但是主要就是在国际交流如何数位化或是线上化这个部分，这个应该或者说对我们的发展的帮助是比较明显的这样。那像刚刚会看到说那个虚拟驻村的部分，其实也是我们在进入到这样的一个时期的时候，也才会去面对到说如何把过去一些交流的经验转型成数位或者是线上的活动。其实也会遇到说，过去的经验在运用现有的技术的时候，也会遭受到一些比较困难部分，比如说，如何把这样的一个艺术内容更具体的去传达到给透过网络观看的观众，或者是不管是因为过去很多是透过实际的体验或是感官能够直接去感受到的一些艺术的经验，但是到了网络上的时候，它就必须去隔着很多个虚拟的界面啊，才能去接受，所以这个部分也是我们在这个虚拟驻村中会碰到的。例如说，艺术家在参与这样的一个线上计划的时候，他是不是会有一些数位工具的排斥啊，或者是我们会说像是 DG shy， 就是会比较没有办法在网络上面去表达自己的情感等等的这种问题。所以数位工具的应用其实也会就是伴随着这样的一个转型，就是我们好像还是必须去发掘这些现有技术的可能性这样。
So I just have not really conclusion, but a kind of feeling from today's dialogue. Probably the art space, especially the nonprofit art space, should really very seriously think about virtual not as an alternative space, but really trying to kind of find a way for the art organization or art space kind of virtual existence. But I think that this also sort of shift, although it's forced from the physical space to virtual space, as what Lai Zongyun has mentioned. Not only all the skills that, or the way that the artists use to express themselves has to be reshaped. So I hope that in the next two sections, because we would have following section in the following month, I hope at that time we can really kind of conquer all the technical problem, and we can really also have invite all the participants from the globe, and to really have a dialogue that we can share the kind of life what they are currently having, and also we can also have a very sharing dialogue with all these arts organizations that they are working very hard to trying to keep up with their organization, as well as to support the artistic expression from their part of the world. So I would like to, on behalf of the association, to thank all the participating presenters today again. And thank you for your participation. And thank you for all the viewers' participation. And that we will call it a day. And thank you.